Yo, peace and welcome to the Boom Bap Kingdom. We're here and we're super chilling, and I hope you guys are chilling too. Today, we're talking about 5 of the most underrated and overlooked samplers for boom bap production, in my opinion. Everyone else has their own list. This is my list. I believe these samplers are truly overlooked in the circles of boom bap production. I'm talking about modern machines that don't always get mentioned in boom bap production conversations. In my opinion, these samplers deserve a lot of respect. These are machines that can flip samples, create super gritty textures, inspire creativity, and really can help you build serious boom bap beats. Number 5, Polyend Tracker Plus. The Polyend Tracker Plus might be one of the most different sampler sequencers on this list, but that's why it's dope. Most boom bap producers think 16 pads, finger drumming, etc., lazy chop, those types of things, whereas the Tracker Plus really makes you think differently. It forces you to focus on the sequencing, the chopping, and the arrangement in a very detailed way, more so than most other sequencers inside the most prevalent samplers on the market. I own a Tracker Plus, and this is why it's on this list. You can get so intricate with the Tracker style sequencer that the sequencer alone makes it extremely powerful and versatile. The sampling workflow is incredibly fast. I have to say, the time stretching sounds surprisingly good, and the step sequencing really gives your drums super tight, rhythmic feel. But where this thing really shines for boom bap is the textures, the resampling, the bit reduction, saturation, the gritty processing can really give your beats that dusty underground aesthetic without really trying too hard. It almost feels like combining an old school tracker sequencer with modern hip hop production and features. I will also say that the effects are top notch. The ability to sample directly from the integrated FM radio, that's such a dope feature. I don't think there's any other sampler on the market that includes an FM radio in the unit. It also has the addition of a granular synth, which really adds to its capabilities and sets it apart from other samplers. This is the type of machine where you can accidentally make some fire that inspires you to finish the beat. So Tracker Plus, number 5. Number 4, super slept on, the Teenage Engineering OPXY. A lot of people look at the XY, don't even think boom bap, but honestly, that's a mistake. The OPXY is one of those devices that can completely change how you approach making music. It's portable, it's fast, it's experimental, and it's extremely inspiring. For boom bap producers, inspiration matters more than specs, in my opinion. And this is why we were able to take low spec units such as the SP1200 and the MPC60 and make classic records. The sequencing is smooth, the sound design tools are very deep, and the workflow encourages those happy accidents that keep you inspired and keep you building that beat. 1 minute, you're chopping a sample. Next thing you know, you've created layered loop with weird textures and movements and sounds that make that beat sound completely original. The OPXY feels less like a traditional sampler sequencer and more like a creative sketchbook. Now, coming in at number 3 on my list is the Akai Force, one of my favorite machines. Everybody talks about the MPC, but the Force is like the MPC's mad scientist cousin. Word up. This thing is powerful. You get clip launching, advanced sequencing, audio tracks, plugins, STEM style workflow, and insane capability all in the box. For boom bap producers, the Force is incredible because it allows you to build complete records, not just beats. I have made serious productions on the Akai Force. You can arrange full songs, you can trigger your samples, build transitions, and perform entire sets from one machine. The Force is not just for production, but is also for performance. The workflow encourages experimentation, and I can speak from experience. I own the Force. I really enjoy it. And when you chop samples on there, layered drums, you can resample your own beats and create evolving arrangements that feel alive. So in my opinion, the Force is especially dope for producers who want a little old school sampling energy mixed with some modern standalone production power. Its sample engine accentuates the low end, in my opinion, and to my ear, so your drums can hit really, really hard. I prefer to use it with no quantize. The sequencer is a little different. When you turn quantize off, I think it really makes things swing better. Honestly, I think a lot more underground hip hop producers are going to start catching on to this machine. I believe the Force will become one of those underground classics in the future. Number 2 on my list, listen, you gotta have the Elektron Octatrack MK2. It is a beast. If the SP1200 had a baby with a Star Trek phaser, the result would be the Elektron Octatrack MK2. It is one of the most underrated sampler sequencers. This machine has a reputation of being super complicated, and honestly, it is kind of complicated. The workflow is just, it's different. It's advanced and limited at the same time, and that's what makes it dope. The 16-bit sample engine is very warm and very punchy. You get the best of both worlds. You get a little bit of 16-bit modern-ish sound along with the punch from that mid-range frequency that 16-bit is known for. Now, once you understand the workflow of the Octatrack, it becomes less of a sampler and more of an instrument. This thing is insane for boom bap, and I am talking from experience. I own an OT2, one of my favorite units. The sample mangling, the live resampling, scene morphing, sequencing, and the performance features, which I honestly don't dig into that much, but performance features are there that can take a simple loop and completely transform it into something super dope and alive. Being able to morph between the scenes of your beats can create dope variations and some emotion within the beat. And for boom bap producers who love texture and experimentation, the OT2 is a gold mine. number one, in my opinion, most underrated sampler sequencer for boom bap is the Ableton Push 3 standalone, the super beast. In my opinion, I really think the Push 3 standalone is super slept on in boom bap circles. A lot of producers, they see it and they think it's an EDM controller or a live performance device. But if you know sampling, this thing is ridiculous. And even without the sampling, the sound design is unparalleled. Not only can you make crazy beats with full-on productions with Push 3, but you can sound design the MPE pads combined with the Ableton instruments, and the plugins make this thing sound like real musicians are playing the compositions. I'm telling you, it sounds amazing. The Push 3's ability to chop samples directly inside Ableton without needing the laptop, that is super powerful. The warping, slicing, pitching, the drum program, the effects, the resampling, it's all in there. And the thing that makes Push 3 special for boom bap is flexibility. You can make raw minimalist loops or full cinematic sample-based and plug-in instrument-based productions with transitions, automation, textures, the live instruments. I'm telling you, this thing is amazing. And when I added Push 3 to the studio, it really upped my workflow and my sound design capability. I will give a couple of honorable mentions. One, it's a little older, but one of my favorite machines is the Roland MV8800. I have to say, even till this day, I own the MV8800. It is one of my favorite machines to use, and it's different. The sequencer is different. Something about the workflow is different. It looks like an MPC on the surface, but it actually operates quite differently from an MPC in terms of workflow. It sounds amazing. The sequencer is amazing once you learn it. The effects are incredible on the MV8800. So MV8800 gets a super honorable mention. And now I will give another honorable mention to the only sampler on this list that I do not own, and that would be the Deluge. Man, I want to get my hands on a Deluge with the OLED display. The Deluge is one of those cult classic machines that people either completely love or completely don't understand. But for boom bap, this thing is secretly incredible. The workflow, insanely freeform. It literally has no actual limitations. It's only limited to the power of the CPU. So there's no rigid structure. On Deluge, you can build beats however you want. And because of that, it becomes this creative playground for sample manipulation and arrangement. Creative, weird textures. It has that crazy synth engine built in. So let me know what you guys think. And let me know what you think the most underrated sampler for boom bap is. I look forward to hearing from you guys in those comments. And with that, I'll leave you with a BBK salute. Peace.